based on the financialization of our economy. And then you look at the real economy. In other words, what do we produce? Who works? Who doesn't? And so forth. The real economy is on life support. The financialized economy is the casino called the stock market. That looks great. I think President Trump got a glimpse of that. I think people said, don't you realize what's happened to our friends? Look at the impact of this on Japan, on Malaysia, on Indonesia, on Vietnam. Look at all of these people that are suffering. You know, if we don't stop this, this is going to get a lot worse. I don't know if it was you or someone else who asked me a few weeks ago, what happens if we restart this war? I said, well, then it'll be 5 to 10 years before we recover from it in any way, shape, or form. But I said, if we can stop at this point, in other words, don't restart it, then we're looking at 2 or 3 years. But of course, it'll never go back to the way it was. And see, the big problem the neocons have, who dream of this world.
Sitting at your desk all
right, Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bahashim Kakwadash. Salaki, pardon. Call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us is true. Shalom and salutation. All the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David. Salaki, I'm the elder Yahshua with a quick lesson. This is where this thing is right now. Okay, so McGregor is about to explain that right now Trump is in a JFK position, about to be. Let's put it like this: the first, the earshot, he was within earshot. The first assassination, or whichever attempt that was, right? I forget what they call it. The little town, Gary, Bend, Oregon. I don't know. I forget what they call it. Butler. Is it Butler, Pennsylvania? Something like that. Butler, I think they call it. That was a warning from Bibi. Bibi said, look, nigga. Because right after that, they dropped it. Like Charleston White. Charleston White is now wearing, right, a free watermelon felon shirt. He's promoting. I think that when they came out with the watermelon felon thing, when Jeff Metcalf came out and he said, you see this? This is the watermelon felon. What he was saying to the world was, watch us put this on Charleston White. Watch us make this nigger sell these t-shirts. Okay? Right now, this nigger is selling t-shirts. He quit. I'm not selling no more motherfucking t-shirts. Bibi then was like, look, nigga, you finna sell these t-shirts, or we're gonna put you and that little girl on Epstein Island, we're gonna put you on a t-shirt and show you to the world. Now, what's it gonna be? You gonna put the watermelon on, or you gonna go out there, we're gonna put you on a t-shirt? Which one is it gonna be? So watch this. And this is what McGregor is saying. McGregor is saying, this dude, they might make good on Butler. Butler was a threat. You understand? Let's get that real quick. Watch this. Watch this. Matthew 24 and 6. Matthew 24 and 6. Right here. Boom. And then you go. Oh, here we go with this. So I can bear with. This right here. Threats of wars. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars. This is a threat of war. They're threatening this dude, Butler. What is Butler? Butler, PA. I'm going to type in Butler, watch the ear incident come up. Just type in Butler, Butler. See what comes up. I'm going to just put Butler, even though this is, they tried to bury it, but Butler's going here. Okay, so let's type in Butler and see what comes up. Oh, family functions. See, they got it programmed to go away. Let's see what happens here. The fuck is Butler family functions? Okay. What happened in Butler, PA? Mud, huh? What happened in Butler? Okay. Good enough. Oh, look over here. Now, shouldn't Trump be talking about that? Right? Shouldn't Trump be talking about Butler, PA? Okay, look. Butler, PA. What comes up? 1 day ago. We need answers. See, because Slovakia. Bear with me. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to try to keep this short. So I'm going to worm my way out as soon as I dig in a little more. Let's start right here, then we'll go back to where we started, Slovakia.
In real estate, timing is...
Old double-minded Trump. See, Trump is just like a watermelon felon, Charleston White. You got to check that out. Okay, let's see what this guy's saying. If he's going to say anything. They let him say. Come on. He might be a Jake. Come on, Jake, dude.
You know, folks, when it comes to Donald Trump, there are so many stories out there that we should never let die, that we should never let go of, especially at the top of the list being the Epstein files. We need to get to the bottom of that. We need to see all the files. We need those names unredacted. The ones of the abusers needs to be redacted, and we need to see who they are, because we don't want to be led around by people like that. We should never let the story of the school being attacked in Iran go. We should never stop talking about Alex Preddy and Renee Good. And we also should never stop talking about Butler, Pennsylvania.
Fair use.
Because that one has always stunk like a big rat, and we need to continue to talk about it. And
that was BB sending the JFK message. The Charlie Kirk message. They took Charlie down with JFK, with the JFK playbook directly. Okay. Oh, it was the mic. It wasn't the chauffeur. It's the JFK playbook. Same thing with Butler.
The more that happens and the more that comes out, the more that you realize, you know what? If you were going to be a conspiracy theorist, well, here's one that might end up coming true. But
where did the term conspiracy theorist, not term, but phrase, where'd that phrase come from?
Because there's so much about it that just doesn't add up and didn't add up from day one. And now two Pennsylvania men are suing the United States because they were injured that day in Butler. And they want to know the truth. So I'm going to be reading you a little bit of an article here, but before I do, I want to thank y'all so much for continuing to support what I do here on the channel. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers, so if you haven't...
Butler was this. It was a warning. Now let's see what Dougie Doug is going to say here. If they let me keep that. Come on. See what Doug is going to say here. Listen to Doug. Close.
Infuriating about all of this is the utter hypocrisy of the American position. On one hand, Trump is signing agreements with Iran that include Lebanon. On the other hand, the United States continues to supply the occupation with the weapons it uses to bomb Lebanese families and their...
Hypocrisy and double-mindedness. Let's get double-minded real quick so that So I am going to worm my way out. Double. A double. Give it to me. I see. Proverb. In all his ways. Oh shit. Hold on, so lucky. James 1 and 8, Salakia. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's all I needed. Gotta let the scripture speak. Now, going back to Trump. Here we go.
The United States sanctioned 2 Lebanese officials and companies allegedly linked to a resistance business network, accusing them of obstructing Lebanon's peace process. Let me repeat that. The United States is sanctioning Lebanese officials for resisting the occupation while simultaneously arming the occupation forces that are bombing Lebanese civilians. This is the kind of double standard that makes a mockery of international law.
Double standard, double-minded.
The U.S. government claims it wants peace, but its actions tell a completely different story. Iranian officials have been unequivocal about this. Garib Abadi said the United States is capable of preventing these crimes, noting that such actions cannot take place without Washington's green light. He is absolutely correct. Every bomb that falls on a Lebanese home, every child that is killed, every family that is displaced, the United States shares the responsibility. And what about the so-called peace deal that was supposed to end all of this? The Memorandum of Understanding was supposed to bring an immediate and permanent ceasefire on all fronts. Instead, what we are seeing is the occupation continuing its aggression as if nothing has changed. In fact, Iranian officials reported that the occupation violated the Lebanon truce 84 times within just 48 hours of Trump declaring an end to the war. Iran
84-48.
has warned of a harsh response if the strikes persist. And Iran has made it absolutely clear that it will view any occupation attack on Lebanon as a violation of the Memorandum of Understanding. The Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi wrote on X, and I quote, "The ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. is unequivocally a ceasefire on all fronts, including in Lebanon. Its violation on one front is a violation of the ceasefire on all fronts. The U.S. and Israel are responsible for the consequences of any violation."
They're explaining right now the trap Israel didn't see until it was too late. You have to stop. If you don't stop bombing, which they're not, changes everything. What is this? This is nothing less than the least of the flock will draw them out. They know exactly what they're doing. Israel is not going to stop bombing. This is what he's explaining right now. They have not stopped bombing. They won't, because that's their policy, no matter anything that's being said. Meaning this, the war will continue forward until somebody does something drastic like that nuke thing. And they don't understand what Iran is about to do. Iran already won the war. Now you're going to make them show their hand, which is the nuke. Okay? Which is going to change everything.
I quote, "The ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. is unequivocally a ceasefire on all fronts, including in Lebanon. Its violation on one front is a violation of the ceasefire on all..."
That's the trap. If one more bomb, especially in Lebanon, goes down, which they already know is going to, right? Within 60 days, they know that Israel will not stop bombing. Everybody knows that. Okay, so what? What does it mean? You done walked into this thing. You're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. Why? Pharaoh's heart was hardened, right? Most High got you. So it changes everything. See, some knockout blows are about to be knocked out. You got to understand, Iran already won the war. They won. That's what's not being said. Now, in desperation, Netanyahu is like, no, it's not over. It's not over. Keep this thing going. Keep this thing going. Trump is like, no, it's over. We ain't doing nothing else. We ain't doing nothing else. Listen to what's said about that.
The U.S. and Israel are responsible for the consequences of any violation. This is not an empty threat. Iran has already shown that it is willing to take action. It canceled scheduled talks with the United States and Switzerland in protest against the continued Israeli strikes. Switzerland's foreign ministry confirmed the talks at the Bergenstock resort had been canceled, and the White House confirmed that Vice President J.D. Vance had postponed travel. Iran is sending a clear message: if you will not honor the ceasefire, we will not negotiate with you. So where does this leave us? It leaves us in a world where the occupation forces are openly defying the United States.
This is very important because everything's just changed. Where does this leave us? Listen to this guy close. Okay. These people own the United States, right? They own ICE. They are ICE. And they're on our streets about to take over. Okay. And enforce their way of doing things on our streets. That's what's about to go down right now. Because they can't win. They can't win in that region over there. So they're mad. So they're going to come and take this place over, right? And try to do it like that. Oh, we got to go strong arm the strong arm, gain control of it, and then we'll go out and do what the fuck we want to do, right? Since you're backing up. See, Trump's backing up right now. Keep that in mind.
Israeli strikes. Switzerland's foreign ministry confirmed the talks at the Bergenstock resort had been canceled, and the White House confirmed that Vice President J.D. Vance had postponed travel. Iran is sending a clear message: if you will not honor the ceasefire, we will not negotiate with you. So,
if you will not honor the ceasefire, we will not negotiate with. Who's not going to honor the ceasefire? Netanyahu's not. Trump is in between that. See, the double-mindedness got you in that trap.
Where does this leave us? It leaves us in a world where the occupation forces are openly defying the United States, where a retired colonel is warning that the American president might be assassinated if he tries to stop the war, and where thousands of Lebanese civilians are being killed while the world looks the other way. It leaves us in a world where the American deep state, the military-industrial complex, and the pro-occupation billionaires are more powerful than any elected president.
Including JFK.
Gregor understands this. He has said that the vast majority of Americans really are not interested in what is happening in the Persian Gulf. He has said that Trump could easily justify ending military operations by emphasizing the need to restore stability. But he also understands that the occupation's agents in the United States will not allow that to happen. And that is why he is so concerned about Trump's safety. The people who want this war, who profit from this war, who see the destruction of Lebanon and the weakening of Iran as essential to their project, they are not going to let it go without a fight. If Trump stands in their way, McGregor warns, they will eliminate him. Just like they eliminated JFK. Just like they eliminated anyone who threatens their agenda. Stay tuned for more updates as this story continues to develop. The situation is changing by the hour, and we will be here to bring you the truth that the mainstream media refuses to tell you. Like, share, subscribe.
By the hour. But see, what's going to separate the end here from coming is the hour of temptation. Okay, so this thing got to slow down because shit, the way it's spiraling right now, Israel's going to force Iran to do something crazy, right? Or Bibi's going to do something crazy. You see that? Let's get that least of the flock. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close, but I just wanted to, where are we at? Okay, so let's get Jeremiah 49. Jerry 49. 20 Salakia. I'll just read it where we're at. I believe it's Berean. Let's see what it says here. Yep. Jeremiah 49 and 20 in the Berean. Therefore, hear the plans that the Lord has drawn up against Edom and the strategies he has devised against the people of Timon. Surely The little ones of the flock will be dragged away, or it means we'll draw them out, meaning draw out the warriors, if you will, of World War III. Certainly their pasture will be made desolate because of them. Yeah, that the whole world is going to shake. Okay? But let's get that here. Jeremiah 49:20, old-fashioned style. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes, that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate. So, we'll see what happens in the coming days, but we know the order of prophecy, all right, which dictates the hour of temptation comes before nuclear annihilation. Does it mean that we can't go nuclear tomorrow? We could go micro-nuke tomorrow. Where are we at? I saw something that I really liked. What was it? It was some fucking it was a picture of something. Slovakia. Oh, JFK. Oh, they JFK'd him. Yeah. KFJ. That's what I want.
This is Blue Chew Gold.
Slovakia. Bear with me. KFJ'd. Ooh. Maybe I'll do that. All right, so with that, we pray that the elect are edified, you brothers and sisters. Shalom.